everyone, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I'm going to come on here. I'm going to show my finished objects. I'm going to share what little bit of books that I've got, and I'm going to share my works in progress, or part of a work in progress, without telling you what it is, because someone I don't want to know what I'm making. Anyway, so now the nativity set. I finally finished it. Yay! It took 2 months. Seriously. Styrofoam is not very forgiving, but I managed to do it. And sewing things around the styrofoam is also not as forgiving. Stuffing, you can sew your needle through the stuffing when it's the polyfill, and you can hide the ends easy. So here is baby Jesus in the manger. You've seen that before. So baby Jesus is separate. I didn't put eyes or mouths or anything like that on these. And I think Mary was the next one I made. So, remember, no eyes, no mouths. I made that decision. I didn't want to try to embroidery around styrofoam any more than I had to. And I think some people don't necessarily want to have a face on a manger set. Of course, Joseph was the next one. And the yarn that the blue came from someone, a friend that's been very helpful while I was in the hospital, and gave me a reacher grabber and gave me this little walker that I'm using it when I go out and about. But I'm not using it as much in the house anymore. I'm using the cane, kind of, sort of. Carrying the cane sometimes. So I am getting a little better, but not as steady on my feet to take the cane outside. Not that yet. So anyway, the yarn came from her. It was kind of a little on the old side, so I had to ditch most of it. But it was the perfect color for Joseph. I also had this color is separate, different color than that. See? And so I used this for that. The old part one was this one. And it was the perfect color. I need more dark blue yarn. But anyway, yes, I've got a little bit of dark blue yarn from that Mandela set that I'll tell you about. And then the birds will come from it, the leftover of it. Oh, wait. Nope. The Wise Men. This is the next one I made. I'm trying to not have it backlit, but I got a light behind me and a light from the sun coming in on this side. So there's the first one. I made him a crown. He has a crooked crown, but he's got a crown. And then the next one I did, his beard got a little wonky because I almost covered his whole of beard up when I put the scarf on. He's wearing a scarf. And, so, yeah. Anyway, so I did fix it. But his beard is being blown by the wind. Things don't happen the way you plan it sometimes. The third Wise Man, I decided to make him an old man. So he's got a white beard. Big, bushy white beard. And I haven't quite got the knack of making it pointy. But because, I did half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, then another triple crochet and back up. I had double crochets and half double crochets and single crochets and slip stitches. But it didn't point. Tried. Now the next one I made was the shepherd. I gave him a staff, and this yarn on the hat came from a kit that I have, the Nutcracker kit, and it also came a little bit from yarn that somebody else's Nutcracker had that they sent me, and Jenny sent me some yarn, and I used all of my yarn in hers too. That's how much yarn, that's how very little yarn the kit had. And I don't know how I had 2 of the color. I had 2 of the color, and I still needed the 1/3 of hers. So it wasn't a lot of yarn, but it was the perfect color for this shepherd. It made him have a different color of hat than the next shepherd. So when I hold him facing me, the staff is on his right side. I don't know if that's showing it that way because the camera makes things backwards. Anyway, so the next shepherd, he's got his staff as well. I did different colors of the staffs. And the hat this hat color came from the kit. It's wool. Some of these are wool, some of these are not. Some of these are acrylic. I chose my own colors because the kit didn't have the many colorful colors. The yellow in the kit was mustard, but not a lot, and wool. And so anyway, yeah, and I used it for the hay. It was the perfect color for the hay, the mustard color yarn. And anyway, that was the shepherd. I'm going to put him back there. And then, okay, I don't know how to make sheep's ears. Seriously, how do you make a sheep's ear? I didn't make it wide enough, I guess. I don't know. I didn't make it round enough. It's pointy more than it should. I needed the pointiness for the beards and the roundness in the ears. Anyway, he sits down like he's eating the grass. So, anyway, I didn't give him eyes either. Like I said, embroidered over top of styrofoam is not easy. So, let me put these back away. And anyway, this is going to be a Christmas gift to my sister Callie, who gave me the kit in the first place for Christmas. And so I'm trying to get all of these in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it in this box, but I'm going to put some tissue paper, the kind that you wrap baby things in, the stuff that you get from the store that's really thin paper. And I'm going to do that and give it as a gift. It'll be raised and it'll keep it from bouncing and falling around. Although it seems that I haven't had trouble with it falling out. Now, next finished object is a Betty Bear. Chronically Crocheting, on here her name is Crystal, was doing a bear crochet along. She had one pattern that you could get for free, which was the Betty Bear, and I chose that one because I can't afford to buy patterns right now. And she used one on Etsy called Pillow Bear. Well, I kind of like Betty Bear better because Pillow Bear's a little bit pillowy on the bottom, and I just think he's a cute little bear. I decided to not give this to my great niece that's coming, or great nephew, and make one that's doesn't have the scarf done a little wonky. I had to learn how to crochet my ends in along the way after I did about 3 colors of the dark and the maroony and then a little bit lighter maroon and the lightest maroon. I was knotting it and leaving the ends to weave in. That wasn't working, so I learned how to hide the ends as I went, and that worked perfect. But unfortunately, I have a little knot that I had to pull in behind so it wouldn't hang out and show. Anyway, so that's the back of him. He's the dark blues there. Now some of the extra colors from this Mandela, Line Brand Mandela, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I look at it and I read Mandela because I'm Southern. And anyway, Phoenix is the colorway. And from here to here, I didn't change anything. I just let the colors flow because, variegated. And then after that, I did control the colors. I did 2 different colors of arms, but I wanted the ears the same color. And of course, I did purple on the nose part and I didn't embroider the nose. It's plastic. And I didn't embroider the eyes. I selected a bigger eye, and then I couldn't find the ends that went to it in that kit that I have that has bunches and bunches and bunches of eyes. And I had thrown everything together, and it was a mess in there, and I need to go through it and separate the bigger ones from the smaller ones and make sure the ends are in because there's 3 different sizes of ends and things in that kit. So anyway, I need to do that. But this is my last finished object. And in next, okay, my books. Now, I don't have very many books. And I wasn't tagged, but I figure I'd share my books that I do have. I mentioned the Nutcracker. Have I done anything from this kit? I don't think so. No. I would. It would be nice to, and I like having the book, but I haven't done anything from this kit. There may be a time I do the tree or the reindeer. There's a good reindeer. In the mouth, there's a mouse in there. But I really haven't done anything from that book. And the next one's another kit. I like the kits that have books like this. Frozen. Have I done anything from Frozen? I've done Olaf. Olaf was very good to do. I did Olaf for kids at church as a Christmas present when they weren't in my Sunday school class. Olaf. Did Olaf. Certainly did. Oh, wait. That's got the reindeer. Maybe this don't have a reindeer. Maybe it's this one. Oh, the tree. That's nice. Oh, the Nutcracker. Maybe I'll do a Nutcracker one time. Anyway, right now, those are the 2 ones from kits. And the very first book that my sister Callie got me these things again. Like I mentioned, she's getting that one back. She's got me lots of crochet kits and books. And the last 2 years, kits. Last year's kit was Stitch. And I kept the pattern, but the kit itself didn't have enough yarn. Anyway, this is the first book she got me. Crochet Cute Critters. And it goes different. You know, I'm used to where you go 6 and you start with 6, and sometimes you go to 12, or you go to 9 if you're wanting a little bit more rounded, like a hand. And you go in 6s, basically 6s. Tickle in my throat. I'm sorry. Oh, tickle in my throat. Not sick, just allergies. Anyway, it has nice little things in it. I have a pattern for an elephant that I got from Etsy. But this one has an elephant pattern too. And this one has a rhino, I guess that's a rhinoceros? Yeah, I don't know. And a monkey. And of course on the front it shows a cat and a giraffe. My giraffe pattern I made, I didn't use this one. There are things that I like and things I don't. I don't like the long legs in front and short legs in the back for the giraffe. My tickle's not going away. Anyway, so let's go to this page. Here are some of the nice, lovely things that are in it. And there's a alligator and a bear, not like Buddy Bear. And that's the cat. Yep, and a dog, an elephant, a fox, a giraffe that I haven't done. I've done my own giraffe. The hippo. I don't know, a iguana. Octopus. I got my jellyfish pattern from on Etsy, not from this book. And the kangaroo. Some of these things I think might stretch it to make them look like what they say. But I like the book. It's nice. I made the owl. I made the cat, but I kind of tweaked it to make it look more like a cat. Gave it to my Aunt Teresa. And gave the owl to my great niece, Ella. And if I made anything else in the book, I'm not sure. I might be working on something else in the book. I'm not going to tell you. It's a secret. Well, works in progress. I've only started. But let's get coming from that book. Yes, coming from that book. I know the person I'm giving this to doesn't have that book yet. And I'm sorry, I like my book. I just haven't done as many because I like to make my own patterns. This is what I've made so far. This will be the body. That's all I can share. So I'm about to cough again. Well, before I have a coughing fit because of my allergies tickling my throat, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. And hopefully everyone has a nice day. And I'm going to work on my work in progress. I'm going to have to use the neckline. Let's just put it that way. Because the yarn is not black. Not black, but it's a dark, dark purple. And it's going to need the neckline. Even with the crochet hook lighted up. Oops. Crochet hook lighted up. I need more crochet hooks that have a fat handle. Oh, by the way, crochet hook kit. I've showed you before where it had one on one side and one on the other. It also had this styrofoam thing with the needle stuck in it. I took the needle out and I made a hole in it and I poked this through. So now if I decide to crochet with the 1 millimeter or the 2 millimeter, which is smaller than my kit hook has, then I can grip it good. I mean, before I couldn't. It was too hard on my hands. Arthritis does that to you when you get into your 50s. And I am now 57. So, I know there's some people out here that are older than me and some people that are much, much younger. Anyway, when you get older, ergonomic hooks are great. And I wish they had a furl in the B or the C sizes. A B, C, or even a D. Mostly the C. Anyway, yeah, that's that. So, anyway, bye now. Have a nice day.